Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. When the current mini first came out, I flipped through all the pages, and the thing I got the most excited about were the alphabet dies. These are called Alphabet a la Mode. Yes, Alphabet a la Mode dies. The reason being is we haven't had a good alphabet set in a while, and I think it's so important. And let me tell you that what I like about this one in particular is that there are the letters that you use the most often are in here twice. So you have double T's. There are double, I have my letters out at the moment, so just trust me that there are double A's, even though you don't see it here. There's double I's right here, you can see that. And then it also has numbers, so it's not even just alphabet, it's numbers also. And the and sign, the ampersand, the exclamation, so it's really a great set. So what I like about this is you can personalize your cards. So let me get started. I'm going to show you a personalized card here. I'm not going to show you the end card at the moment. Just bear with me. All right. I'm going to be using this paper here, which is Butterfly Kisses. And this is in the annual catalog. And yes, obviously there are butterflies in there, but their back sides also have other things that don't have to be butterflies, just bright, cheery colors. Let's see if I can pull out a couple others to show you here. There's some crushed curry. So you basically have some butterflies and flowers on one side, and then just a little more solid-ish on the flip side. Okay, so it's Butterfly Kisses. I'm going to be using that paper. I'll be using the stamp set Go To Greetings. I've used this one before. I love this one because it has multiple happy birthdays, multiple just to note, multiple thank yous, but you have all different sizes to work with and different fonts. So Go To Greetings is a great one to have. Let's see. What else am I going to be using? I'll be using Starry Sky, metallic woven ribbon. Starry Sky is one of the in colors, and this has a glimmer shine to it. I will be using a Calypso Coral Stampin' Write marker. It is double tipped. There's a writing tip on one end and then a brush tip on the other end. And this is a water-based marker, Stampin' Write marker. I think that's it. So we'll get started here, okay? So first thing I want to do is I want to make the letters. So I pre-cut them out, but let me just show you what I did because I've had some people ask me, and I take for granted sometimes that people know how to do certain things, and I apologize for that. And that's just one of those things when you've been doing it for a while, you just kind of think, oh, okay, well, everybody knows this, and you don't, and that's okay. So ask me. If there's something you're not sure how to do, please, please, please ask me. So this is my letters that that I have already cut out, but let me just show you from the beginning what I did so you see this. This paper here was taken from the Butterfly Kisses paper, okay? I just cut it in half, so the paper comes in 6x6. I cut it in half, 3x3. This is an adhesive sheet. Adhesive sheets are fabulous for any thin dies. So I cut it down. It comes in like a 6x12 sheet, I believe. So I cut it down to fit on this paper. On the back, there are little breaks in the paper, so you can pull this off of here. Okay, it's sticky. So this part I'm pulling off is not sticky. This part is. And I want it on this side. Make sure you're seeing what I'm doing here. Oh, goodness, and now I'm making a huge mess, guys. All right, making a huge mess, but we're going to make it work anyway. It's okay, because some of that adhesive just came off. All right, we're going to do this anyway. It'll work fine. All right, so we lay this down, and basically you're just adhering adhesive to the back of your paper. Okay. So I'm going to leave it just like this. So your adhesive sheet is on the back. Then I'm going to pull in my cut and emboss machine. This is the mini one, and I'm flipping it over on this side. So your adhesive will go on the bottom. This is on the top. And then I'm going to start laying my letters. You can do a whole bunch of letters at one time. Let's see, I'm going to do H, A, P. I only have one P, I believe. H, A. Yep. Okay, that's fine. So you do as many letters as you can that you have, and then you may have to run it through a second time. And then I'm going to put this on over top, and we're going to run this through. Sorry, it's a little goofy on my movable paper underneath. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to pull these out. And here are my letters. Set that aside. And then they have adhesive on them. They're super tiny, so I just take up my scissors, open them up this way, and you can use other things too. But there are little holes. So just poke in that hole and then it pulls it out. Okay? So then this is your letter here, and on the back there's a piece of white paper, so you can pull that paper up and then it's already sticky for you, so you don't have to use other adhesive. Okay? So just wanted you to see how I did those. I have a white card base, 8.5 by 11, cut in half. I'm going to fold that in half. I don't always score the white paper because it's a little bit thinner than the colored papers. And this is a piece of paper from the Butterfly Kisses, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. Actually, I don't want to attach that right away. That is going to end up going on here. I don't want to attach it quite yet. Let's go ahead with the letters and show you a little trick. Because I have done these before, and I know people have a hard time getting the letters, like when they start putting them on, they think they're straight, and then the biggest complaint is like, how do you get them to all be straight in a straight line and not be going up a hill, down a hill, all goofy? So here's what we're going to do. This piece right here is 2 by 5 1/4. Okay, I'm going to take this piece and just lay it. This is where your grid paper comes in handy. The grid paper, you can get this grid paper on the clearance rack right now for like $3.60 for, I don't know, a pack of a whole bunch of sheets. I don't know exactly how many sheets are in there. But the grid paper is nice. We're going to lay this on a line right there, so we know how long that is. All right. I want to leave space at the end for birthday. So I'm going to take my happy, and what I'm going to do with them is I'm lining them up along a line right here. But this tells me how long, how close I want my letters to be together. But I'm going to line up along this line right here. So we're going to put happy H, A. Okay, here's the P. And I have another P, and I think I have a Y. I do. Okay. So that's about how much space I want to take up so I can stamp birthday. And what is helpful, maybe let's just stamp the birthday part first. If you want to stamp an image first, I'm going to go ahead and stamp that first so that I really know how much space I have. So this is a stamp that says happy birthday. I don't want the whole happy. I don't want the whole stamp. I don't want the happy on there. I only want the birthday. So I'm going to take the brush end of my marker, and I'm going to just color the birthday. Okay, and I'm using the side of the brush and brush over the whole thing. Okay, because if you use an ink pad, you're going to end up getting the happy in there too, and I don't want that. So I want to be more precise. So this is where the marker comes in. Okay, so then I can take this and stamp that on there, straight down, straight back up, and then I'm only getting birthday. Okay. You just put the lid on that so it doesn't dry out on me. And then I'm going to lay this here again, and I want to make sure that I have enough space to fit these letters in, and I do. Okay. So I lined up all these letters on this line on the grid paper. And you can kind of tap them into place if they're not exactly where they need to be, all right? And then what I grabbed, which is fabulous, is Glad Press and Seal sealing wrap, and I just ripped off a small piece of that. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay it right down on my letters where they are. Just press it down a little bit, gently pull it up. Okay, now all my letters are straight. So now I want to take the, remember we said there's paper on the back? So now you want to go and pull off, just be very careful with it. And pulling off the backing so that I can reveal the sticky part. I can't see where this one is. Let's see. It's up here somewhere. Okay, there we go. Just pulling off the paper backing. Okay. Have you used adhesive sheets? Have you tried this press and seal before? It is pretty cool. This is probably the hardest part, is picking off the backing sometimes. Oh brother, now I'm not gonna get it. We're on live camera, but you know what? Sometimes people edit out this part. I know demonstrators will edit out this section, and I'm just gonna leave it because I want you to know this is real. I mean, I do the same things you do. Sometimes it comes off really easily, sometimes it doesn't, and it's just part of the process. So I'm not gonna edit out because I don't want you to think that I get it perfectly every single time, because I don't. We have one more letter to go. I think I got it, maybe. There we go. Oh, this one has two pieces. All right, hang on. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, so the backing is off, so it's all sticky. Now I can go ahead and lay this right on my piece, and I'm going to press it down. Just gently press, and then you're going to take your what is this stuff called? Press and seal, and very carefully pull it up. And your happy now is all straight. All the letters are in a row, and you can reuse this a few times. But your letters are all in a row where they're supposed to be. Look at that, nice and straight, right? Okay, now I'm going to flip it over. And we're going to put some adhesive on here. And we'll lay this. I want to put it up a little higher because I want to add some ribbon to the bottom. Okay, and then the reason I didn't put it on, attach this onto the base right away is because sometimes, you know, this white piece I added is a little longer than I wanted, or a little bit shorter, and I can fix that before I go ahead and put it on the base. Once you have it on the base, it's harder to do that. So now I can take this and now we'll go ahead and put this onto the base. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Well, let's do it. We'll do it that way. That's okay. Okay, this way. Okay. And then I'm just going to grab ribbon here. And let me grab. And I'm just cutting, I don't know, there's on your grid paper, you have some measurements. So this is maybe about 12 inches. And I'm going to make a bow here. One loop, two loops, run my left loop over top of the right one and in and pull out. Then you can play around with it to get the size that you want. Okay, I'm going to trim these off of here. Let me grab a glue dot. Glue dots work really well for getting the ribbon stuck right where you want it to be. Okay, these are mini glue dots on here. I can pull this up, and then I can take this ribbon and push it right into the glue dot. The glue dot might be a little bit wider than your ribbon, so what you can do is you take your finger and just roll it. Roll your glue dot so it's not sticking out further than you want it to. All right. I'm going to put that right down here. And maybe even just cut off a little bit more. Okay, so you can just leave it like that. But then what I decided I would do is I cut out some of these, I've talked about this before, that Stampin' Up! Has really done a great job with the designer series papers, that some of them are standalone images, that some have dies that go with them, some have punches that go with them, some are just simple enough that you can fussy cut them out yourself. So I went ahead and cut out a few of these little butterflies. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals here, because again, we haven't done anything with dimensionals, and you know I love them. So let's see, should we do that one? Maybe let's do this one. So I'm going to just take a dimensional, put it on the back of my butterfly that I cut out ahead of time. And then maybe we can just see. Maybe we'll just stick that right up there. And don't worry about overlapping little letters. People can figure it out, that even though you have a little bit of that P covered, a little bit of the Y, they can figure it out. It says happy birthday, okay? So there you go. There's for your card for today. Hope you enjoyed that. So that press and seal really helps for getting your letters straight. So I hope that was a good tip for you. And if you felt like it was useful and someone else could use it, hit that share button below. I greatly appreciate it. So have a great day. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.